Hi there, Dave from Tesla Tech again. I just got a real quick one here I want to show you about how the wave, if I leave this a loose end, the wave is not going to be flipped when it reflects. If I clamp this down with the clamp here, then when the wave reflects, it's going to flip it. And it's going to do two different, the whole thing's going to act two different ways. Alright, let me just show you here. I'm going to let this go one cycle, okay? One cycle. We're at 0.21 hertz. This is a quarter wavelength for the length of this string. I don't set that. They do when they wrote this program. You can change that by the tension. But if I loosen the tension, then this thing is so slow because we're down so low a hertz, I can't do anything with it. It's too low. So I keep it on high tension. I keep the dampening down because in a standing wave, the resistance disappears. It goes down to next to nothing. That and the if you have it tuned right, the impedance goes to zero. So Tesla said that it would be about 1% loss. Actually, I think he said less than 1%. Their thing on here, it only goes in increments of 10, and that's way more than I need to demonstrate this. So I'm better off demonstrating it with no tension than having 10% on it. So I don't know if I've ever explained that before. I just did now. Alright, so we've got 1 centimeter on here, and we're set at what is a quarter length for this tension. And we're going to watch what happens in one cycle. It canceled out. In one cycle, the wave canceled itself out. It's gone. Poof. No more. It'll come back in the next cycle, but then it's going to cancel right back out. So it's reflecting what they call out of phase. Now, I'm going to have to turn this down to I've got the amplitude set at 1 centimeter, and this way it's going to be constructive interference, not destructive interference. The first one we just seen was what they call destructive interference. Okay, 0.3. So let me reset this. All right, we're going to go one cycle. Okay, now that is what they call a reflection in phase. So, in other words, it reflected at a point where the interference was constructive, not destructive. They call this reflected in phase. And because I have it on a loose end, the wave just reflects back. It wasn't flipped. It doesn't flip when it hits the end, and actually it's going to bounce from here twice in one cycle. It's kind of hard to see that. So, but we drove it with 0.3 centimeters, and we ended up with 1.2 centimeters stored on the standing wave. Now, if I run it one more, it's just going to do that again. Right there. So you can see that just I can't set that. It's below the plunger, but you can see the distance from the loop here on the end is about the same from here and to the center line. So it did it again. Let me crank this back up to 1 so you can see what happens when I make it reflect out of phase. I'm just cranking this up because at 0.3 you really can't tell how much was going on. Alright, I'm going to put the clamp back on it and let it run one cycle again. Alright, right there. Cancel out. They call that reflecting out of phase. If it reflects out of phase, it cancels it out. If it reflects, it has destructive interference. And if it reflects in phase, it's constructive interference. So I just wanted to cover that one real quick. Talk to y'all later.